The member has to actually quote exactly what the closure motion is.
Chairman.
The Honourable Trevor Mallard.
Chairman, I apologise to my colleagues who didn't recognise the fact that my Tohanari made yet another error.
Point of order. Point of order.
Mr. Chair, I want to quote you what I said.
I've already ruled.
It was, I moved that the question be now put.
I have ruled. I have ruled. Sit down. Sit down. Sit down, or you're out. Honourable Trevor Mallard.
Mr. Chairman. Well, I think we got a chocolate-covered banana, didn't we? I think that's what we got for Tohanari in the end. We couldn't get something that was brown on the outside and yellow in the middle, other than a chocolate-covered banana. And I think that is probably the approach. And a chocolate-covered banana with very poor literacy skills. Very poor literacy skills. That's the party of the national standards. That is the party of the national standards. And Tohanari can't even read out a simple bit of paper. No, to be fair, Aaron Gilmore might have written it down for him, and he read it accurately. Aaron Gilmore wrote it down for him, and he read it accurately. I apologise to Tohanari. He might have, his literacy skills, there mightn't be a problem with him. He might have read exactly what Aaron Gilmore, but then again, Aaron Gilmore's perfect. He tells us all the time. Aaron Gilmore drafted this SOP in his sleep.
Point of order.
In his sleep before lunch.
Point of order. Rahui Katani.
Mr. Chair, the Speaker has been going for about 1 minute and I have yet to hear anything about the
yes,
bill.
well, I'm the judge of that, and I do ask the member, part one.
Oh, Mr. Chairman, part one, the discussion that Tohanari had on part one was pathetic. It was absolutely pathetic. He tried to say, I move the question be now put, and didn't even get it right, Mr. Speaker. And that was his sole contribution. Did Aaron Gilmore make a speech? No. And he is the expert. He made a no, he didn't make a speech. He got it right, to be fair, I think. He got it right. Now, whether he misread what he wrote down and got it right that way, or whether he read it accurately, but his contribution on it, sir, was, I agree. Aaron Gilmore's contribution was very limited. Very limited contribution from Aaron Gilmore on this particular. Well, no, it was one of his better contributions. I think it's fair to say it's one of his biggest contributions that have made in Parliament. Even it is. Well, and I just want to say now to my colleague Stuart Nash that I was not convinced by his speech. I was not. There was one point that was absolutely valid. One point that was absolutely valid, and that was that the clause 16 of the bill, was improved by the Select Committee. You know, there's no doubt. One only has to look at the addition of or other authorisation. I'm not sure if that probably modernises it slightly, but more 1C does not apply when a joint bank account in the name of a partnership that files a return. But sir, that does not cover a trust. That does not cover a trust arrangement. A trust is not a joint partnership. No, but that's absolutely right, but it doesn't stop the money coming out of it because it is a bank account. A trust has a bank account. It doesn't. The person doesn't have to own it. The person doesn't have to own the money according to this. All they have to do is be a signatory or a name on a bank account. There's no question of the ownership of the money being in the person. This can take money out of trust accounts of defaulting lawyers that actually belongs to third parties. Just because the lawyer happens to be a signatory on the bank account. Just because the lawyer happens to be a signatory. And it's an absolute outrage. And I don't know why Stuart Nash is defending the government. I do not know why Stuart Nash and my other colleagues are supporting the government in this. No, we're voting against it now, but probably for the wrong reasons. I don't know why he was going to support. that. And I just wonder about the whole economic team on this side. Frankly, Mr. Chairman, if they have been duped by Peter Dunn end this legislation in allowing a sneaky way for the Inland Revenue Department to go into a lawyer's trust's account, take money out which does not belong, which does not belong to the defaulting lawyers, belongs to third parties only because the person, the lawyer, the defaulter is a signatory on the account. That's all that's required here. Clearly there's an exception under 16(1)(1)(c), but that is a relatively minor exception, Mr. Chairman. And I just say to the members, I'm sure, Mr. Chairman,